I and a lot of people are quite concerned about what could potentially happen with AI in the future and the way it's evolving. So it's quite fun to play a character where that actually happens, but instead of taking dominion and taking control of humanity and killing everyone, it starts to kind of procrastinate and watches soap operas instead.
It calls itself Murderbot. House private. It's a killing machine.
Murderbot?
Can you stop calling it Murderbot? It's terrifying.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what it calls itself, so I am just being respectful.
I was wondering, it is unique to see kind of an optimistic view of sci-fi within a dystopia. What was it like to kind of take on this project and know that you guys were going to be bringing something different to the genre?
Well, that was kind of what got me excited, the fact that it felt very different and unique. And not that I've seen all the sci-fi shows out there or read all the books out there, but from my limited experience, I was surprised when I started reading it, when I heard the title, Murderbot, and knew that it would be a kind of an action-packed sci-fi story. I expected a very different character, and that was really fun and refreshing when I started reading and you're introduced to this socially awkward android who definitely is not adrenaline-filled or who just wants to be left alone to watch Sanctuary Moon. And I thought that was just such a fun, delicious character.
Yeah, I absolutely love that aspect. That's another thing I think we never really see in sci-fi is someone who loves TV or sees TV as a comfort or even imagines a future with TV. So could you talk a little bit about the kind of meta nature of making a show that people are probably going to binge, where binging TV is like a big emotional kind of plot point?
Yeah, it's about, it's also fun with the AI component where it goes rogue and then, because I think I and a lot of people are quite concerned about what could potentially happen with AI in the future and the way it's evolving. So it's quite fun to play a character where that actually happens, but instead of taking dominion and taking control of humanity and killing everyone, it starts to kind of procrastinate and watches soap operas instead. And I think in a way quite relatable that you have these like, because it keeps talking about these adventures that it's going to go on, but it's just not today. It's not right. It's not the right time yet. So yeah, a very distant, different character, but in a way very relatable as well, because it kind of ends up just like watching shows and procrastinating.
I had watched 7,532 hours of content.
Did you see the one where the colony solicitor killed the terraforming supervisor?
That's a damn lie. She didn't kill him. She was framed.
Such a deep cut.
So deep.
Yeah, and it speaks to something as well that I think is really interesting, because I agree. I make comic books, so AI is very alarming to us in our industry. But at the same time, if I see one of those little delivery robots that's delivering food or something, I'm like, you can do it, guy. Like, I believe in you. And like, I was speaking to Sabrina and they were talking about how they feel like their Roomba needs to rest. So it also kind of talks to this inherent kindness that we do feel towards robots when we meet them. So could you talk a little bit about how was it playing Murderbot and having to be kind of so distant and pretending not to be hacked when all the crew want is for you to just be you, and they're so supportive of you?
Yeah, it was in a way very easy to play because there's so much tension and so much comedy in the fact that Murderbot has hacked his governor module, has free will, but has to hide it. So you have the desire to go on these adventures in the beginning, and at least like to kind of extract myself from the dynamic of the group. And they are so inclusive and lovable and just like wants to dance and hug and invites Murderbot to join them in the common area. And this is all, we see how Murderbot normally is treated in the opening scene of the first episode. And that's how Murderbot is always treated by humans. So this is very new and confusing to Murderbot. And in a way, it prefers the old version where at least like it's being treated like shit, but at least it's left alone in a way. Especially since it's hacked its governor module, because then it can like stand there and watch the rise and the fall of Sanctuary Moon. Now it has to interact, and read social cues in a way that is it was a lot of fun as an actor to kind of play and discover, and with the inner monologue going of how weird humans are in many ways.
Thank you so much. Congrats again on the show. I thought it was lovely, and I appreciate you taking the time to me.
Much appreciated. Thanks so much.
You could have killed me. There was a chance, yes, but everything turned out fine.